right, I think we're live. I'm not sure. Remember, I am not the tech guru here. So, drop a comment. Let me know if you're watching this live or if it's a replay. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Before we get into today's topic, which you probably saw my title and you probably thought I've like just lost my mind, run your home like a business. I just want to say yesterday or 2 days ago, I made a very vulnerable post. If you saw it, don't know if you did. Trish kind of challenged us to put out 10-week goals out there, and I said how I wanted to lose 25 pounds. Um, it's kind of weird for me to even say that out loud. I don't think I have ever had 25 pounds in my life to lose, even after giving birth. So I put out that post. She encouraged us again to set 10-week goals. Heck, 10 weeks is going to pass regardless, right? So you might as well strive towards something that will make you feel better or something that you want, whatever goal that is. And the outpouring of support that I got was phenomenal. So a bunch of people said they were going to do it with me, and they just jumped on the system that we're always like praising and telling you guys about. So I'm looking forward to getting that going and starting with them. And it's not too late if you want to join us. But all right, so run your home like a business. I know you've thought I lost my mind. Stay with me here. I'm going to explain a little bit about my background. So I gave birth to four children in 3.8 years. A set of twins were born 17 months after my first, and my last child was born when my oldest was not even four. Okay, so was not even in pre-K. I had, I guess, three. Actually, at one point, I think I might have had four in diapers because my oldest son wasn't even potty trained for the longest time. Okay, I was getting worried, y'all. I had three on bottles because I did, well, no, the last one I breastfed because he was a single. I tried to breastfeed my twins. It was a disaster. You get the point. Okay, when my twins were born, I had three in bottles because my oldest. You get the point, right? It's kind of a blur, but I was busy. And did I mention that most of those years I was a single mom? Okay, so God certainly knew what he was doing when he blessed me with organizational skills. I know that doesn't come naturally to a lot of people, and that's okay. It came naturally to me. It's just one of my gifts. But if it doesn't come naturally to you, don't hit stop now. Don't start scrolling. I'm here to give you hope. It's just a skill. Skills are all learnable. Is that a word? Learnable? They're teachable. You can learn new skills. So just have an open mind with me, okay? Um, I had a set routine for everything I did in my life, from meals, what I was going to cook, what night. Like I knew what I was going to eat for the next 7 days. I usually did it on a Sunday night. I planned out my meals, then I made my shopping list, grocery list, according to what I was going to have. So I knew what I was going to have pretty much for breakfast, lunch, dinner, which kind of left you with that last minute, I don't know what I'm going to eat, so I'm going to shove anything in my mouth, because I'm like so hangry. So that kind of took care of that. And I was just organized. It was just there. And I would look ahead for my busy days, and I would then make those busy days maybe like a crock pot meal. Or I would plan ahead and make a whole bunch of something so I can have leftovers or reinvent it the next day or someday during the week. So from meals to laundry to cleaning to errands to paying bills, doctor's appointments, etc. Now remember, these are the days we didn't even have cell phones, let alone smartphones. So I'm going to date myself here. I had the big old Filofax. Do you remember that? I don't even, you might have to just Google an image. It was like a big old planner with the calendar 365 days, and you had to handwrite everything. We are so spoiled now with our smartphones that we can just write something down like a birthday or anniversary and just hit repeat every year. um, so I had all the doctor's numbers, the pediatrician, everything in there was like handwritten down, and that was like my life. These systems allowed me to keep my sanity and to be the best mom that I could be and to be present for my children and not having to like rummage through the house to try and find something if I needed it. It wasn't until years later that I heard the term run your house like a business, and it just clicked that that's what I was doing all these years just without knowing it. Now, it's not a sexy idea. This is y'all, like, I know you'd rather be watching probably meditations with Maddie or whatever else video. This is just not a sexy idea, let's face it, right? But it will clear up the space in your mind. It will make your house run smoothly, more efficiently, which will allow you to be the better person that you were designed to be. So I go into great detail in my course. I go into great detail even in my free day, which is the guiltfreebalancelife.com. You can grab it. It's free. 3 videos. One of them really touches on the organizational aspect. So okay, I've done my some organizational videos a few weeks back. Last week I spoke about why you want to be organized, and that's something you just have to decide and figure out for yourself. I can't answer that question for you because we're all different. But if you keep your home in order without clutter, clutter is visually exhausting. What you probably never thought of that before, and you may think it doesn't bother you, but it really does take up mental space and prevents you from inner peace. So it's stuff you've got to organize, it's stuff you have to move, it's stuff you have to clean, it's stuff you have to think about. It's just there. Okay. Yeah, I probably tend to be a little bit of a minimalist. But that's just how I get my inner peace. Like, I just don't like clutter. Um, so I already spoke in one of my videos a few weeks back about having a list for everything so that you can take your mental energy and apply it to where it's just more productive. Like I said, set up a system and you don't have to think about it. So the most successful businesses all have systems. And I mentioned this a while back, it was a bad example, but I mentioned McDonald's, how you can go to any McDonald's and they're all over the world and a Big Mac will taste the same. It does across the globe. Why? Because they have a system. So when they hire those teens, and they're young, right? They're talking, it's probably their first job, maybe 14, 15, 16, I don't know, whatever age kids start working these days in whatever country. They just look at the sheet. Oh, okay, 1 scoop of this, 1 scoop of this, 2 pickles per pack. Like, it's a system. And that's why it runs smoothly. And that's why an inexperienced person who has never worked can come in and look. So if this is probably a really gruesome example, but if I got hit by a bus tomorrow, somebody can probably come in and look and very easily figure out my life. Like my children, like I don't want them to come into my home at whatever point I leave this earth and just not know where everything is and have it be such a mess and have it be cluttered. And so I'm kind of leaving it. It's my inner peace, but I'm also leaving it nice and neat for them. So that's how I run my home smoothly, calmly. And that's not always calm, y'all. Like, let's not go there. There's family life is just crazy too. But calmly in the sense that I know where things are. I can pay bills. I know where the bills are. I know where my files are. If my insurance company called up and they said they needed something, or I'm going to refinance. So if the mortgage company calls up and they say we need, your tax returns or this W-2 or whatever they need, right? Because they need a bajillion pieces of paper. I know exactly where to go. I'm not looking for an hour out of my day or 2 hours out of my day. So run your home smoothly and calmly in that sense. It'll give you the inner peace. Try it, right? Try maybe just one room at a time. It's going to give you the added or the extra mental bandwidth that we need to be intentional, to be present parents, to be present caregivers, to be present spouses, to be intentional and not just have our mind elsewhere because we just can't remember stuff, right? So it's going to free up more time for you to just, gosh, have fun and run your life smoothly. Hey, thanks, Lisa. Thanks for joining. So yeah, so I told you it wasn't a sexy topic, but it's a skill, and it does not matter if you just can't wrap your brain around this. Skills can be learned. Okay, have an open mind and just try it. Give it a shot. If you want to hear something specific, if there's anything I can help you with, please let me know, and I'll be more than glad to come back next Tuesday at 1 and let you guys give you that answer on that. But again, this free time, if you will, and it's not time, we all have the same 24 hours. I know I've said that before, but it allows me to fit in the exercise. It allows me to fit in the system that we use, right? Our cleanse, balance, build system. Some people look at it and go, oh my gosh, I just can't learn this. I can't do this. It's too much. But if you get your homes in order, I promise you, you will be able to fit more in with a calmer inner peace and mental clarity and less fatigue, and you'll have better health because you'll have more time for yourself. So that's it. Have a happy rest of your afternoon. If you want to join us, like I said in the beginning, on that 10-week goal that we set, I forget, Trish, I think we're some 10 weeks. It was like towards the end of November, I think. Um, let us know, let the person know who added you to this group, and they'll be able to help you and figure out what works for you and your specific goals. All right.